If you've been by your local Lowe's lately, you'll see that these golf carts probably sitting right out in front. This is a Coleman golf cart. It's a 4-person. It's also the same thing as a Candy Cruiser. While these are great golf carts, they're loaded with features. They go 40 miles a charge. You can easily finance them through Lowe's if you want to and make easy payment plans. They're just very convenient to buy. There's really only a couple flaws with them. This is a very tall golf cart. So when you go taller, you really need to go wider. So when you're going at high speed on this and you go around a sharp corner, you're going to feel it a little tippy. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to put on wheel spacers, make this golf cart a little wider and a little more stable. Bone stock from the factory, this comes in at 46.5 inches wide, outside wheel to outside wheel. This is what an up-close view of the wheel spacer looks like. So we're putting on 1.5 inch wide wheel spacers, so the whole golf cart's going to be 3 inches wider. I'll put a link in the description below on everything I use, so if you want to do this to your golf cart, you can easily click on the links, have this stuff show up at your doorstep in 1 to 2 days. So we need to remove a wheel to install these. It doesn't matter if you start on the front or the back. I'm just starting on the passenger side. I've got it jacked up. I've got wheel blocks in the back. Now you're responsible for your own safety. If you want to put a jack stand under here, even better. You need to know the thread of the studs on your cart. Now this is a Coleman cart made by Candy Cruiser. These are M12 by 1.25. So you're going to need open end lug nuts to secure the wheel spacer. Now before I put that on, I'm going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on the studs. And then we're going to go ahead and put on the wheel spacer. Since these holes are counterbored, it's pretty hard to get your fingers in there. So I'm just using the socket to get them all snugged. All the lug nuts on your spacer snug by hand. Go ahead and tighten them all to 50 foot-pounds. Now the thread on these studs on the spacer are 1/2-20, so you're going to need some closed end lug nuts that are 1/2-20 thread. Put the wheel back on. We're going to hand tighten all these lug nuts, and they are also going to be torqued to 50 foot-pounds. Once the lug nuts are tight, just give your wheel a spin, just make sure everything's free. You don't have any binding of any kind. The wheel we just did, if you'll notice, the outside of this wheel is slightly outside of this fender. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stock side. Here is the stock side, so you can see a little bit of a difference. I'll go ahead and grab the tape measure, and we should be 1.5 inches wider. And now our outside wheel is at 48 inches, so we gained 1.5 inches. Let's go ahead and do the other side and gain that other 1.5 inches, making it a total of 49.5 inches when we're done. So the spacer lug nuts are tight. I'm going to go ahead and put the wheel back on. Got all the wheel lug nuts tight. We'll go ahead and lower the jack and take a measurement. Wheel spacer on each wheel, we've added 3 inches, so now we have 49.5 inches outside to outside in the front. Let's go ahead and do the back. Stock formation, the back outside to outside wheel is 48 inches. So we should be at 51 inches when we're done with the rear. So here's a look at the driver's side rear. Notice how the tire is really inset from the outside of the fender. We'll go ahead and switch that out, and I think it's even going to look better. We'll go ahead and put that rear wheel back in place. Now I've got those lug nuts all torqued down. Now take a look at the wheel. Now that it's out towards the fender more, it looks a little more natural. All right, measuring across the back, we're at 51 inches outside to outside. All right, just taking it for a quick spin. I've put these spacers on carts before and I can tell a huge difference. One nice thing is it also steers better. Most every cart I've put wheel spacers on become more stable and steer easier. So steering easier is actually just an added benefit. So you'll notice right away when you go around corners, you can take them a little faster and you don't feel that kind of sudden urge to grab onto something when you're going around a sharp corner because it's nice and stable. And you'll also notice that the steering wheel has a lot less shake. It's a lot more stable, smooth, just all around a great purchase and modification for a golf cart. If you're looking to purchase one of these Coleman golf carts or Candy Cruisers, this is a must-have modification. For only around $130, you get smoother and better steering, more stable golf cart. You just can't beat it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.